Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. My name is Lonzo. It is a beautiful Saturday out there, a little muggy, but you know, that's how it goes. It is August after all. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but in August, it's supposed to be muggy. Before long, it'll still be muggy because we're in South Carolina. And that's why we're here, because we like the weather. We do. And all the fall people, there you can just go up to the mountains. You don't need to stay around here. If this is your first time listening to the show, let me tell you what you get here. You don't get politics. We get plenty of that on our award-winning programming throughout the week with Tara and Bill Frady and Charlie James. Plenty of that stuff there, and a lot of other stuff too. There are some people, even in this building, who think all they do is talk politics. They're not. They're people who don't care for the politics that are spoken on this station. And I tell them all the time, no, they have fun. They talk about fun stuff too. They are well-rounded programs. You should check that out. But we're not well-rounded. Well, I am, but we're not well-rounded as far as that goes. Because we're not talking politics. What we do is we talk pop culture. We talk video games. We talk comic books. We're sponsored by a comic book company, by a comic book store, Borderlands Comics and Games. Of course, we're going to talk comics. We got a wonderful Oops today. We're going to talk some video games, Nerd Roundtable, so much. It is not only me here tonight, but also Cameron is here.
Hi. How you guys doing?
There you go. Cameron is also here, and we are going to have fun. If you want to be a part of the show, here's how you do it. 800-905-0989 is that's our text line. So you can send us a text anytime during the show. And I suggest that you put that in your phone, save it as the Upstate Pulse, because somehow magically all the other programs will find out that you saved it as the Upstate Pulse and not, say, Tara or Charlie or Bill or one of the other ones. You just save it as the Upstate Pulse because, and they'll know that they get some kind of a secret alert. I'm not on that list thing that they get. I'm aware of it because as a member of lower management, you hear things, but you don't actually see the things.
What about things?
I hear things. I don't know. I don't see the things, but I know that the things are there. You know what I'm saying?
So are they Schrodinger's things? Like, are they things that exist, but only when you think about them?
Did you hear about this one thing? Yeah, it's that sort of thing. So on today's show, I watched Alien Earth. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about it. Cameron didn't get a chance to watch it, but I do want to.
You sound like you're thrilled.
Well, it's not. Well, you have to wait till we get to it. But before we do that, I want to also tell you we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on X at the Upstate Pulse or Newstalk 98.9 WRD. I would tell you not to watch, not to comment on my Facebook page, but apparently for some reason it's not working on my Facebook page, so you don't have to worry about it. So there are some people out there who actually watch on my page are thinking, wow, they don't have a show tonight. And I'll try to fix that during the break. We'll see if I'm able to do that. It was a lot of fun getting on the show today because they put in a brand new computer in here. So, when you boot up the computer and it says hi, it's going to take a while. The old Windows, hi. This might take a moment, and it does. It takes more than a moment. So I believe I got most of the settings right and everything without having to bug engineering, because it's Saturday and Chris deserves some time off. He absolutely does. Some people are extremely mean to him sometimes, maybe even me, every once in a while. And so he needs some time off. So I think we're good. We're getting comments, which means I'm guessing you can hear us. So I did that part right. I already know the on the air stuff. I got that right. Speaking of which, our signal is still messed up because the tower's still messed up. Sorry about that. The people who can't hear us, you can't hear me saying that. I'm sorry about that. So unless you're listening on the Odyssey app, which is free, go to
maybe they can feel it. Maybe they can feel the
my sincerity. If you go to where you download your apps, download the Odyssey app and go in and make 98.9 WRD a favorite. And there you go. And you can listen to us live that way. And there are a lot of people who watch us on stream and then they go back and watch it later. So if you're someone who's watching this on Thursday, what's up? I mean, it does happen. And we're grateful for it. All right. So I wish Matthew was here because he always loves it when I talk about my dreams. I just get that judging look. But I had a dream last night, which I think he might be interested in. And I usually go to him for advice on my dreams because I know you guys probably don't know this, and that may be where he is right now. He's an interpreter of dreams, so he can tell you what it means, what's wrong with you, or what you should look forward to, and he's not here to be able to do that. So I'm going to tell you my dream, and maybe you guys can interpret it for me. So I dreamt I was at a big miniature golf place. Now you're like, okay, I thought this wasn't a sports show. Well, anyway, it wasn't even a sports dream. It was at a miniature golf place with 3 or 4 other friends, which means it's a dream because I don't have those. But they were there with me. I didn't recognize any faces because I don't have any to recognize. So they were like maybe an amalgam of friends from back in the day. They all had black hair though, which is weird because I only had like one friend who had black hair that I recall. But anyhow, we were.
It's just you and your Italian friends.
Yes, me and my guys, out there playing the miniature golf. So we so there's a big line at the miniature golf place, and I turn around to say something to one of my friends who don't really exist because I don't have those, and I turn back and someone jumped in front of me, and they were going really slow. I was like, "Hey man, we're with that group down there. Can we continue on?" And they said no. So I'm like, okay. And it was like some younger kids. I'm like, okay, all right. This stinks, but it's all right. And this miniature golf course was sweet. I mean, it was like on the side of a mountain. So you would like go down the mountain as you're doing it.
I know it's a dream because it's on a mountain.
Yeah. And one side had like a water slide on it. It was really cool. So anyway, the problem was that everybody was hitting the golf balls. All our guys were hitting D&D dice. So they were hitting the 12-sided, but I wanted to hit 8-sided. And it was a ruby colored 8-sided dice that I kept trying to hit. And then I kept dropping it and stuff.
Why would you try to hit the 8-sided? 20-sided or 100-sided die would just...
I don't know.
100-sided die is basically like a golf ball anyway.
Well, everything else was round, but I wanted the 8. I don't... See, this is the thing. This is why I need Matthew here to interpret.
Well, would you like me to take a stab at that?
Well, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I'm not done.
There's more. Okay.
Yeah. So when I finally get to up on the it's not the course, but on the hole to get ready to hit my 8-sided dice, I fumbled it a little bit, and then I went to pick it up, and then there were old people behind me who were getting mad because I was slow, and so I lost it, and it fell down the side of the mountain. So finally, I got it back, got ready to take the shot, and then I woke up. Okay, what is your interpretation, Cameron? It won't be as good as Matthew's would be. But what is your interpretation?
It won't be nearly as insightful. You like doing things the hard way.
No, that's not.
That's not it.
That's not me. Lesser path, greater path. It could be like I was off on vacation the last 2 days, and other people go on vacation to actually do stuff. I'd go on vacation to do work at home. So I was replacing the last bit of floors that I needed to replace, and it took me two complete days to get it done, and maybe that's it. And nothing seemed to work. No matter how hard I tried, things kept getting messed up, and maybe that was it. I don't know.
Maybe you just want to play some mini golf.
I haven't played in a while. And then I dreamt all night, but the next dream, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop with the dreams. Unless you guys have weird dreams. If you do, text line 800-905-0989. Don't want to hear about those dreams. Those other, I just want to hear about dreams that
there's a certain type.
Dreams that I can talk about on the air. And we're also live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. So the next dream I had right before I woke up, and I was like, I'm getting up, was I needed to walk somewhere barefoot, and there were nails everywhere. And so in order to walk where I needed to go, I pulled out a hammer and started nailing the nails in so I could walk there. And I woke up hitting myself in the leg.
Please tell me it wasn't the bad knee.
Oh, no. I was hitting myself in the thigh. So
okay.
The thighs are still good. So I was hitting myself in the thigh.
You hate it when you dream hammer.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I decided to get up before I hurt myself.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Text line 800-905-0989. I'm going to do this without proofreading. Texter says, I once had a dream when I was about 10 or 11 years old where Pikachu died and other Pokemon mourned the loss, and somehow I did not wake up from it. Like it was a nightmare. I woke up as I was in another dream. Okay, that's happened. Dream within a dream. I've done that before. Those are fun or not fun.
I've woken up 3 times in a dream.
Yeah,
and I've gotten more and more upset as it happened. It's like, just let me out.
By the way, I did not read a Darkhold yesterday, so it was not dream walking. That I'm aware of. So
that's good. So you weren't possessing another version of yourself.
Yeah, because well, I was thinner in the dream. So I mean, maybe I was. I guess it's a possibility. I don't know. So if you guys have any weird dreams, text us 800-905-0989 or on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X. We can go ahead and take a break, try to get it fix something that's not working, and we will get to your comments. I see you, Scott. I'll get to that when we come back. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. So I'm trying to fix something real quick. I
was reading what Scott was saying. Also, Chris, good to be with you on your way back. May our voices guide you back home. Homeward bound with Pappy. I don't get lost. I just make wherever I'm going the place I need to be. That almost sounded wise. I'm going to be careful about that.
All right, I believe I have fixed my problem, which is not a problem for you guys since you've already seen it. So now I got myself back on an aspect on my Facebook page. Also, it doesn't matter to anyone other than the people back home who ain't figured out how to watch it on other things. So
you're gonna use the D20 now, right?
I wish.
Maybe you also want to play D&D.
By the way, the 8-sided, it was the size of a golf ball. So it wasn't like
I figured it was like equivalent in size.
There's just no way it would have rolled right.
No. At least it wasn't a D4, because that would have been the most annoying.
I would like to at least start the round, because who knows? It might have been a good round for me. Might have, probably not. But
I don't know. Joe Pesci probably would have had your number, though.
Yeah, maybe.
See, here's the thing. You're describing that dream, and all I'm thinking of is like a young Joe Pesci for some reason.
With me? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Because he's a little bit older than me, but he's kind of friend I probably would have had back in the day. Actually, there is a guy who was kind of Joe Pesci like that was in our friend group. No, in a couple of different friend groups I had. I think every friend group has a Joe Pesci like guy in it. Were you a Joe Pesci like guy in your friend group, Cameron?
What are you talking about?
I'm not talking.
Is it because I'm funny? Is it because I amuse you?
Yeah, I was more talking about height.
You.
No, I wasn't being mean. I'm just saying,
No, I'm usually medium in like whatever friend group I'm in.
All right.
Sometimes I'm tall.
I remember.
Sometimes.
Listen, I remember the wrestling team. You guys were all about the same height. So I mean,
yes,
yeah. There's like pictures and everything for proof.
I don't need height. I'm still deadly, dadgummit.
Okay. Not really deadly, in a sense of, he just means, I don't know what he means, but he doesn't.
How are you trying to?
Not deadly in a serial killer type way.
No.
Okay, because you need to be a little more specifically when you say stuff like
I was still a very competent and technically sound wrestler. That's what I was
that. Oh,
getting.
you're talking
at.
about wrestling. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know, dude. Been a long time. And
Oh no, I get wrecked now.
yeah. You just, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, the muscles that you lose is the mass that you use instead.
well, all I can say is, I mean, back in the day, you get muscles on muscles.
I was never really that big.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo Cameron here. Shout out to our guy, Gunther. He'll get another championship. That dude, that's what he does. He
Such
wins
a meaty
championships.
chop.
Wow.
What?
Nothing. I was just envisioning.
You're just envisioning.
Yeah, I was
okay.
envisioning, by the way. If you want to be a part of the show,
Go back to your happy place.
text maybe that was my happy place. Text line 800-905-0989. We're live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X. Where we keep it in. Sometimes it's better to not say things. Chris says, listening to you in the car on the way back to Surfside Beach. We love some Surfside Beach. Drive careful, Chris. Scott says, Lonzo, last week you questioned how a movie can lose money when it makes back its budget. According to online sources that specialize in such things, the publicly disclosed budget does not cover the additional cost of reshoots, the theater shares, and advertising promotion. The industry rule of thumb, a film must bring at the box office 2 times to 2.5 times its publicly disclosed budget just to break even. Otherwise, it's a box office loss. That sucks for movies, because especially after COVID, it was hard to make money in a movie, period. I mean, we have seen this year some movies make a lot of money, including the live that movie like Stitch, Lilo and Stitch, the live Lilo and Stitch. I had to think Hawaii to get there. And also
just think about Ohana.
Yeah. And also
the means family.
Yes, it does. Also the live what's that game that everyone plays except for me because I don't like it because it's blocks.
Oh, Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yeah, that Minecraft movie is done really well too. I worked really hard the last 2 days. My brain doesn't want to work. And I didn't see either one of those movies, but Superman did really well. So there's that. We're going to talk about Superman a little bit later. So that could be a thing. I guess it is a thing, Scott. And I know advertising costs a lot of money, and they don't advertise just here in the United States, but all over the world.
They have an entire press tour that they go through, and
they do.
How many?
Yeah, and I didn't really think about the fact that I guess the movie studios would have to pay for all the stars to go to the places that they're going to and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, because I doubt that they're doing that for free.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Without it, yeah, there's no way they're doing that. All right, let's talk a little bit of entertainment news. Alien Earth. I haven't seen. Speaking of advertising, an advertising campaign like Alien Earth. They've been advertising this, I think, for a year about this thing. And if you've seen the trailers, you know the plot. A ship carrying a bunch of different alien creatures, all of which that are deadly, crashes on Earth. And it's what happens in the aftermath. Well, it turns out this is like before Ripley. This is before Alien 1. This is before, you have to look at the timeline. They cannot film these things in order, apparently. And so this happened like a long time before Sigourney Weaver took her shirt off in space. A long time before that ever happened. A long time before the xenomorph burst out of dude's chest.
John Hurt.
Yeah. A long time before that, this happened.
The first time.
I will say, the effects are really good. It's not the xenomorphs don't have acid, but apparently they will get them eventually because someone will add acid to them. Because
it's you know what they need.
I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil a little. I already did. I spoiled a little bit. There's one xenomorph that I've seen and it had no acid. How do I know that? because dude who sabotaged the whole thing to make them get loose so that his entire crew would die, went into this pod, and as the pod is closing, the xenomorph drooled on him. And if you've seen on other alien movies, the drool was made out of acid and it usually will burn through flesh, and it didn't. He just wiped it off. Also, we get to see synths for the first time. There are like 5 corporations that run the world and basically run the universe. And one of them is a pop-up one that this young genius is experimenting with AI. And what he has been able to do in this movie or in this show is take the brainwaves and memories and personality and everything that is from a kid and put it into a synth body. And the synth bodies are older. So then they have to teach these kids, and apparently a kid's brain is the only one that will work. So they find like terminally ill kids and stuff like that and take their brains and put them into synth bodies, which is really cool. I mean, it's not going to end well, but it's still
still incredibly dark.
It's really cool. And the prototype, the first one, they're watching a bunch of, and they call them Lost Boys, and she picks the name Wendy. So I mean, they show a bunch of cartoons and stuff that they're watching during the transference and stuff like that. But I like it, but I don't like it. There's something about it that's I don't know. Here's the thing. I watched the first 2 episodes on Hulu because no commercials. And I'm probably going to watch the 3rd episode because the plot line intrigues me about what they're going to do with the aliens and what it's going to do to the Earth.
I think we could probably take a wild guess and say what's going to happen to the Earth.
No, I don't think it will because of where it falls in the plot line. I think it will only happen in this particular place, which just happens to be the upstarts. The AI kid genius happens to be his spot, his territory. It's only happening. It crash landed in his territory on purpose. And I think the other corporations are trying to take him out. That's what I think the plot line.
More than likely. Yeah. I mean, that it's not associated with them. Oh, just random xenomorphs just took him out.
But I will say the one thing, he's talking to this lady that works for him, and he's hoping that these synths evolve because he wants to have a conversation with someone who's smart enough to have a conversation with them. So it's like this guy is such a genius. He can't have a conversation with anyone because everyone's dumber than him. And he wants to talk to someone who's an equal. And so he's striving to make an equal. And he even talks about the fear of AI taking over and all that kind of stuff, which is why he decided to put a human essence into a texter says, I heard that it's woke. Is that true? There's rarely anything that isn't, to a degree. It's just interesting, the effects and stuff like that. You know, I can get past little bits here and there if it's not blatant, preaching to you about certain things. I haven't heard about the world dying because of what humans have done, but that's probably in there somewhere. I want to see xenomorphs. I'm a big fan of Alien. Alien 2 was one of my favorite movies of all time as a kid, or as a teenager rather. And I like seeing effects and what they're able to do. And I'm interested in the plot line. But I think it's weird when I read later on where it was, because online they put up the thing, like watch orders. They put up the watch order and it's like, okay, yeah, I just, no. Speaking of movies, Breakfast Club is going to be back in theaters in September for a limited time. And do you guys go see movies when they're back in theaters? I know we talked about this before, but why? I mean, is it a thing where you go to a theater where a movie like this plays because you know that the only people who are going to go see it are like people your age or in your age range, and maybe you can find friends? I mean, that's
not a bad reason. And the other thing is like, all right, all these movies are out of the theaters at the moment and they get brought in. It's another opportunity to see it in the theater again. How
All right.
else are you going to do that?
All right. Admittedly, I never saw it in theater. I saw it on VHS. But I just
Now, when I think of movie experiences, I don't think a movie like Breakfast Club
that's the
would
thing.
change in the theater.
Like when Star Wars came back into the theater, you can see why people would want to go there just for the experience of the sound and all that kind of stuff. But Breakfast Club, you're just going to get to see. I mean, Breakfast Club, by the way, one of the best movies of all time. But I don't want to go back to the theater to see it. And I wonder who goes to see these things.
I will say there's apparently the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I believe it's the cartoon version is on in theaters tomorrow, or it was at some point this week.
Yeah,
one of my buddies went out to go see it.
Text says I wouldn't go see the Breakfast Club again at the movie theater, but I would see the Star Wars trilogy. That's the thing. Something like that I get. Blockbuster, big type things. Yeah, but a movie like that I don't get. My granddaughter asked me, she's like, "Did you know there was a live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?" Like, yes, I did. I took your Uncle Cameron to see the second one and in the theater, and he was 3.
Babies.
Yes.
They're just babies.
But I'm glad that she has interest in it because we're going to have to sit
That's
down.
cool that you brought that up.
We're going to have to sit down and
I wonder
watch
if that's
them
going to terrify her.
all. Doubt it.
Okay.
Her cousins supposedly make her watch things she shouldn't be watching. So, I mean, horror kind of stuff like Pennywise. All right, you're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. When we come back, science has done something, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. If you want to be a part of the show, 800-905-0989 is the text line. We're live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and X at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WORD. You know, we got that far. I would guess, yeah, Trey. Well, as far as Marvel goes, Spider-Man's going to be a hit. It just is. Because Spider-Man's always a hit. The next Avengers, I don't know. Even Spider-Man 3, the much maligned Spider-Man 3, was still better than a lot of the other stuff that you see right now. I do apologize a little bit for not speaking as much right now because you don't realize how much when you're not physically fit at the moment, how hard it is to put in floors and something. But I put in new floors, moved all the furniture around, put in tile. But my saw just quit working right. And I couldn't, it kept jamming up, and I don't know why it's doing it. It's an old circular saw, and I thought maybe I should go get a new blade. Then I'm like, I'm too tired to go back to Lowe's. And so I used my jigsaw. And it wasn't very straight on some things.
Yeah, but then you could even it out with the jigsaw.
True, but you have to keep going back. Anyway.
Well, I didn't say it was ideal.
It's amazing what tile can cover too. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
It's like, look, you don't need that much to fix things like that.
That's true, Trey. That's part of it, but we've been to the theater more this summer than we have been in probably the last 5 or 6 summers because they actually have blockbusters out and the theaters were full. And it was good seeing everybody back, having the park way out because there were so many people at the theater.
Everyone seemed excited too.
Yeah. And, there's clapping. There's, like Superman, there's a bunch of clapping in that.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, I didn't expect a whole lot out of. And it was good, not great.
I, for one, like the Silver Surfer.
Right now, so far, and we may bring back the movie awards next year if I can get enough people to participate. It's a lot of work, and it was always fun. I always like asking LexCorp to do the villain of the year. He always takes pleasure in that. The evil smile when he does.
There's a wide smile with that.
Oh, there is. It's something not too many people get to see, and when they do, they're afraid. So
they break down and go full Fable Villager.
No, you got to play it cool, like because yeah, I'm not afraid, and then you can go cower later.
You just feel it on the inside.
You hope that little bead of sweat doesn't come down. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on Saturday night, having a lot of fun. If you would like to be a part of the show, text line is 800-905-0989. Let me say it slower because, sometimes my Buckeye comes out in me. 800-905-0989. Allow me to enunciate. We are also live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WRD if you want to participate there. I will tell you that we don't have the phone lines open because you're drunk. And, early on, 11 years ago or something, we used to have the phone lines open, and it was disastrous. Fun in some cases because some drunks are fun. Other ones, not so much. So
and you don't really want to roll the die on that.
Well, some people do. I will tell you that this is the only show that doesn't really have open phone lines until I'm forced to. But LexCorp doesn't listen, so And how I know he's not listening, because I haven't got a text yet after I said that he's not listening. So there's that. Also, before I get to what science has done, that's very interesting. This is a timey-wimey kind of thing.
Ooh.
Let me tell you about our friends at Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville. Cameron and I were just over there hanging out, looking at all the new stuff they have, looking at new comic books. Especially there's a line of comic books that I didn't know existed, Space Ghost comic books. And maybe it seems like we had talked about that because we talk about so much, but actually seeing Space Ghost on the rack, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's doing there's like a crossover between him and Johnny Quest. It's called Space Quest.
Yeah, we got some more comic book news that we're going to get to later. But if you want comic books, obviously you need to go there. Also, if you're having dreams about, hitting D&D dice with golf clubs, they don't have golf clubs, but they do have D&D dice and all the stuff that goes with D&D, including books and dice and figurines and paint and all that kind of stuff. A bunch of different kind of campaigns. They also have board games, and not just regular board games, but Risk, but it's just like the Office Risk or something like that.
They've got a lot of different types.
They do. They absolutely do. So you can check that out. They also have vintage video games. They have trading cards like Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, stuff like that. And they're open 7 days a week. So check them out. 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville. You don't have to tell them that you heard about it on the Upstate Pulse, but you could. I mean, if you wanted to. Because they listen to us, and you could say that you listen to us, and since we all do, that means we're all family. All right, scientists.
Ohana does mean family.
Stop it with Ohana. Scientists have made a major discovery. Here's what you'll learn when you read this story. I'm just going to read it because let me read what's in front of me. Okay, here's the thing. What they did, they've managed to turn back time in the quantum realm. So researchers have discovered that it's possible to speed up, slow down, or reverse the flow of time in a quantum system. This isn't exactly time travel, but it is instead implementing or reverting to different quantum states from different points in time. So here's the thing. This reminds me of Prince of Persia. You can rewind time for like 3 seconds. Or what was Tim Allen movie? And we got parts from it. Galaxy Quest, where you can only rewind time for, what was it on there? Like 12 seconds or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. So in this, they can do this in the quantum realm. So it's only a matter of time before they can do that here. And here's the thing. So let's say you had a little device, because once they learn how to do stuff and they're able to they're able to simplify it and make it better, faster, all that kind of things, like how cell phones used to be like the size of your head and now they're down to basically Star Trek communicators. Once they get it to where you can buy a thing to turn back time for 3 seconds, that thing you just said to somebody, you could take it back. Like, say that you went off and yelled at somebody in the office, you can take it back. You can go back 3 seconds. It's like it never happened.
You can get one good slap in.
There's also that. There's also that. But you take the risk that if you do that, that the thing malfunctioned and doesn't work.
There's that. Also, make sure it's a quick slap, so you can rewind.
You can do a lot in 3 seconds as someone who time is their life. And, the majority of my life is.
Oh, don't I know it?
Majority of my life is spent counting seconds and doing a lot of stinking math. You can do a lot in 3 seconds. And so getting a chance to take back something that you just did, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? What would you take back, Cameron?
That's a little too deep.
All right. Well, I
don't know if there's anything like recently that I've like done over. I don't know. I could think of a few things. Not anything I'm going to talk about on the air, but
all right.
Like, I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna pull that back a bit.
Texter says, and it's probably Odie. Hey, Lonzo, is it 0989 or 0989?
That does sound like Odie.
Yes. It's 0989. When I made a big deal about 0989, it was to get people to remember the new phone line. That's why I did that. And continually did that for the entire show to get people. And also, it's not a no. I do believe that. I believe it's not a no. It's a 0. Without a doubt, it's a 0. So it's kind of cool that scientists are doing that and getting paid to do that. But what is the end game?
What is the application of it?
Yeah. Why do
the other thing is, like, do you know how much it's going to get abused if that becomes like a thing we can do on the regular?
Yeah. Texter says the world's going to be like the movie Click with Jim Carrey. Or the one Rewind, I think it is with man, am I forgetting?
By the way, Click is with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Adam Sandler. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah. So we had our movies mixed up and our people mixed. Yeah, but Rewind with Adam Sandler. Let's see. Trey on the stream says I bought a Regal Unlimited pass and saw a lot of movies. I went to see Naked Gun twice. There were more people and laughs in the second weekend. Yeah. Imogene says, I've been trying to listen to up for 20 minutes and finally able to get Facebook to connect. What's going on with your FM transmitter? Still no signal for weeks. Well, the signal's out there. The problem is, I talked about this a little bit earlier. The problem is that there's a major thing that has to be fixed at the tower, and it's going to take some time to get it fixed. It's unfortunate. So there are certain places where the signal doesn't reach as good. Like for me, I can barely get it in Gray Court. So there's certain areas it's not as strong. Other ones it's still about the same, and they're working on it. And that's one thing people hate to hear. They're working on it, but they are working on it. Trust me. I've talked to engineering because Well, one of my best friends here is an engineer and used to be on the show. So I've talked to him about it, and it's going to take a while to get it fixed. Once it's fixed, it's going to be amazing. In the meantime, if you want to listen to your favorite show from WORD, and you're having signal problems, the Odyssey app is your friend. And also, every show is on Facebook, at least. All our major shows do StreamYard, and and you're welcome, because we did that first. But anyway, so you can check them out there. And I'm sorry, whenever you have signal problems, there's not a lot that you can do about it. And I get people get frustrated. You get used to it. You feel like the people on the radio are your friends, and most of them are. I'm not sure about Odie. I mean, he's my friend. I don't know if he's your friend. You have to ask him tomorrow night on Sunday nights.
I like to think I'm everybody's foe.
Sunday nights with Odie, 8 to 10 p.m. Ask him tomorrow night. Just text him and say, "Are you my friend?" Speaking of which, Texter says, "I'm not Odie, by the way," which is exactly what Odie would say.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fool me.
It's like, oh, I'm not Odie.
I mean, I can look up the number and see if it's not have it memorized. Who memorizes numbers anymore? Not me. All right, we got one more break to take this hour. When we get back, we're gonna do. I don't. You know what?
What are we doing?
I'm trying to say we might talk hoops, we might not. You're listening to Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. No, I feel. You know how tired I am.
It's like,
no,
it's a few.
I'm talking about 3 seconds.
3 seconds is enough to rescind.
Yeah, 3 seconds is enough for you to shoot in upstate tournament.
Thanks for that, Dad.
I'm just saying.
Thanks.
Now I'm giving you an example.
I wasn't thinking of that. That wasn't one of the things on my list.
3 seconds.
But might as well, right?
There you go. 3 seconds. You could have shot. You either would have lost or you would have won. You lost anyway, but if you shot, you would have got. Listen, it was an even match. Someone needed to shoot.
Yeah, I was tired and probably was delirious from blood loss, but
don't make excuses. 3 seconds. You could have shot.
Boromir would have shot.
I don't know what it has to do with anything, but yeah, probably. I'm not sure Boromir wrestled. Maybe he did.
I just saw the Denethor thing. I was going to say 3 seconds is enough to turn any yes that was catastrophic into a different trajectory for your life.
Think of what you were able to do in Sands of Time.
Yes, not die.
Yeah,
constantly. It's like, ooh, that was bad.
And maybe, for me, Mr. I don't like platformers. That however many seconds.
3 seconds helped a lot.
It was good.
So, like, if a boss is about to attack you and you really need to see what he's gonna do, it's like, all right, so that one I got my head taken off, but this time I'm gonna go right.
You saw it in a video game sense, not an actual boss.
Yeah,
an actual boss is listening.
Well, we're talking about Prince of Persia, which is a video game.
Okay, all right.
I feel like that was clarification enough.
Well, I think I needed to help.
How much of the supplemental stuff do you think you have to do? I appreciate it.
I never watched JoJo or read JoJo. Do you know that, Cameron? Isn't there a JoJo's character that can rewind 3 seconds?
Probably.
I think the power was called the world.
Oh, it's Dio. I know that bit. And he's like the main bad guy in like the entirety of that series.
Oh, okay.
It's like there's like a whole like meme with it. Is just like, but it was I, Dio.
Wasn't he like in that one Shaman King? Wasn't there a Dio in Shaman King?
It might be, but not the same Dio. There's been a few.
Or is it
Dios.
Ronnie James Dio? When there's
I think you're thinking of
lightning,
Rio.
You know, it always brings me down.
Are you sure you aren't thinking of Rio from Shaman King?
Maybe. I haven't seen Shaman King in forever.
Dude with like the most solid pompadour of
It
all
was a
time.
killer pompadour. It really was.
It's like I'm pretty sure if like he turned suddenly, he'd knock somebody out.
That is probably Shaman King, one of the most disappointing animes of all time.
I forgot how it ended.
He just didn't. He could have become king, and he just didn't do it or something.
Oh no.
Standing by.
Ask your questions and then press 1 for English. Press 2 for Irish. Press 3 for Spanish. Press 4 for Ric Flair.
I was gonna put money on the Panthers to win this Sunday. Should I?
Gona sa táto makara a bhain tú mac go dtí an leras má si a thola agus cumir a bhaintse Amadan.
What? That does what? That,
Scuil amach an bubbly agus tá tú rang a céin agus rang a cehar níl me ag intir an telefíséan agus an radio scuil amach tú rí agus róla bólia.
I'm spending my money for this. What the heck are you saying? What language is this?
Níl me hiigem tú ceistena tá me seach sa scoil an bhfuil ceirigh gom dul amach go dtí an leithris tá an máthair agus an áthar rialrá agus ródia bólia.
That's 2. I'm pressing 1.
Hola, señorita. ¿Cómo está?
Just why?
Willkommen, mein Freund. Was ist dein Name?
Now he's speaking German. That's not even on the list. Why? Why is this still going on like this? This is so stupid. Why can't I get what I asked for? I asked for.
Call 1-900-PLA-RNEY today. The All Psychics Network. We know what you need to hear,
Why? Why are you all like this?
even if you don't. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here. Having fun on a Saturday night. If you would like to be a part of the show, here's how you do it. You can text us 800-905-0989, or we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch, we're live on X, either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WORD. And you know what? You could even you could even do both. You can text us and hit us up on the stream. Don't say the same thing in both, because then you've wasted your message.
Be different.
Yes. Well, I mean, don't be Odie different, but be different.
It's in what way?
Well, I'm just in case he's listening. I'm just messing with him. By the way, don't tell you this enough. Sunday nights with Odie. 8 to 10 p.m. On believe it or not, this is a surprise. On Sundays. So you should.
What if he did a Sunday night with Odie's on like a Tuesday?
He does on occasion fill in for some of the hosts during the week, and in those cases he would absolutely be doing that then and there. He would absolutely be doing that then and there. Wow, why is that not working? It was working earlier. oh, you got to do this. You got to do this thing. So maybe
Were
I
you trying to hit it like a button? Was that supposed to do something?
listen, I just
Was that a segue to a...
you just noobed. Noober. Big time noober. Yeah, I had to noob myself for that. All right. Text says, hey, gang. It's hard for me to pick y'all up at the island port where I work, but I got you 5x5 when I get home because I'm only 2.5 miles away from the Lower and Blue Ridge. Thanks for your show. Even Pappy. Yeah, you got to put in even.
What do you mean even Pappy?
Yeah, because
You're welcome, dadgummit.
yeah, he's
I am primetime Pappy. Thank you very much.
oh no.
Primetime.
No, not primetime Pappy.
I don't.
Cameron
No,
was in Egypt's
I'm not offended. I'm not Cameron.
Let my Cameron go.
Well, I forgot.
I hate how you can combo this.
What?
It's
That boy is good.
That's right. Absolutely, I'm good. I don't know if you knew this. I know I probably don't say this very, very often because I'm very humble when it comes to this, but I am a multiple time award-winning producer.
I have seen your wheelbarrow of trophies.
Yes, there's a lot. Not as much as Stone Man, but all his are for short form things. Take that however you want. Yeah, yes, I can. Absolutely. I can definitely dig it. I got this for some reason. I don't know why, because I just maybe it's because Odie played it the other week and
It's just stuck in your head.
yeah, it is. And you never know when you might need dueling banjos. You don't want to hear them when you're out in the wilds, if you will.
No, never want to be in a banjo sandwich.
No, that's not the thing.
Musically, yeah.
No, you
But there's
don't-
dueling banjos on either side of you.
Okay, all right, yeah, because banjos aren't really that loud, and people who can play them are, I mean, you get stuck.
No,
in
I'm just saying, like, you're hearing one thing from one ear and one thing from the other ear. It confuses you.
What kind of place is this?
That's right, Patrick Starr. Sorry for eating Squidward. I may or may not have eaten Squidward this week.
So Odie sent me a text that says an admiral self noob. I don't know if he meant admirable, but he said an admiral. Admiral.
Captain,
Admiral Kirk.
I must self-nuke myself.
Mark says, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who sings along with the Cameron song.
I'm sure it is a very...
Cameron was in Egypt's land. Let my Cameron go.
Is it best for him to talk over the cart wall?
No, it's not. Because we got to go. We're going to be back in the next hour.
Oh,
We
we're
gotta
gone?
go. Yeah, we got to go because it's time to go.
News Talk 98.9.
WORD, the voice
of the Carolinas.
WYRD FM, WYRD HD1, Spartanburg, Greenville, Anderson, Clemson.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
I'm sure it's a wonderful
Oh.
course.
You're getting noob for that.
Why? You
Just-
didn't turn it off. All right, that's fair.
I mean, if you want to come
Took
over
you
here,
so long.
I mistimed something, but
The
I
silence was deafening.
mistimed something, but I was able to fix it to where the listeners wouldn't notice that I mistimed it. And I had to fix something really quick.
Okay, I apologize. That was a rare.
It's
mess
a
up.
rare- Oh, I never mess up.
I've hardly ever noobed on the show. I
Yeah.
know I have like zero responsibilities.
Well, that's probably why.
Look, I just come in here to talk.
I was having too much fun playing the Cameron song.
Why must you frustrate me so?
Hey, at least she knows how to say Putin. Because the other guy does not know how to say Putin. He says Putin. It's like
Putin.
which sounds like someone is in the restroom. It does not. I mean,
It
Putin sounds that way too. But Putin is definitely
It should be past tense, not present.
yeah.
Present tense.
Putin and Putin go together, but one is one thing and one's the other. You can do one without the other.
Yeah, both are pretty crappy.
I don't think you can do. Well, yeah, there's that probably.
Yeah, America.
It's not good when you look over and see what time it is. Like, oh no.
That's why we had that quick departure.
Yes,
Okay, I thought that was what that was.
I was still able to get a little bit of the bed in, and then it was not a good ending segue. If someone was listening, I probably could get in trouble for that, but LexCorp don't care about this show.
I thought it was a funny way to end.
Yeah, well, funny is not standard.
It should be the standard.
We are striving for excellence here.
Are we? I thought we were striving for
No,
survival.
here's the thing: you gotta at least say it.
Fair.
Yes. There are different levels of excellent. I think everybody watching knows this. My excellent, Cameron's excellent, your guy's excellent, maybe something totally different. If your height is the mid and you're at the mid, then you're at your height. Whereas my height might be slightly above mid. And so when I'm slightly above mid, I'm at the height of excellence. But still, if I'm slightly above mid at the height of excellence, it still sucks compared to someone who's actually excellent.
Yeah, but you're having to think about like specific things. How much of a range do you have for correctness versus mishaps? So if you're like getting everything correct, that's still excellence.
I think it depends on if you're judging yourself by your own standards or by the standards put about by powers that be, which fluctuate.
It does. Some would say.
I think it does in every place of business. It fluctuates. I mean, bad is bad.
True,
but
sometimes it matters about what mood everyone's
Well, what
in.
is great one day, maybe just okay the next day. So
Me, it's usually I have questions asked, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's already done." It's like,
I wonder if there's a college that teaches semantics. I look it up, but I don't know how to spell semantics, so I'd probably spell it like cement, and then put like X on the end of cement.
that should not have tickled me as much as it did.
Here's the thing. I wish I was joking.
I was curious if you were or not. It starts with an S.
Yes, SEMANTICS, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean. I mean,
I feel like College of Semantics is like it's like a D&D subclass for a bard.
you should look it up. College of Semantics.
The Institute of General Semantics.
Ooh, where's it
Established by
It's an
Alfred-
online course, isn't it?
Probably.
There's no way there's an
Let's
actual
look at
building
it.
involved.
Established by Alfred Korzybitsky.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Alfred E. Newman. I was going to say, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my lord, they all look so ritzy.
So it's not a place that I'm going to be able to go and
General semantics is the renowned practical discipline that applies modern scientific thinking and language strategies.
All right,
to
save
solve
it,
problems.
because we're going to talk about this. Because I know some people who want to go to this college. They may think they don't need it, and there are some people who don't understand me and some of my colleagues. They could take a course and maybe they would understand me. Or do I want that to happen?
Go to college so you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, there's some people who think that. Hey, dummy. Take an online course. You can understand the words I'm saying.
And learn some calligraphy while you're at it.
I have no idea what you just said, but you enjoyed saying it. So, I mean,
Are we that bad today?
what?
Nothing. Oh, did not mean to click that.
Would you like to touch my monkey? Would you like to touch my monkey? Would you like to touch my monkey?
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse, Lonzo and Cameron. having a fun time, an exciting time, a wonderful time here on a Saturday night.
We're simply having it.
If you too would, Chris turned his head somewhere because he hates that song. If you too would also like to, not you two the band, although if you two the band wants to, they can too. If you would like to participate in the program, 800-905-0989, because as the texter pointed out earlier, 0 is the number on the phone, the letter is not. Some other hosts on the station could get mad at me, but they're all smaller than me. So whatever. It's not a no, it's a 0. We're also live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X at either 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. There is there is a thing called semantics, and semantic arguments. There are movies that have semantic arguments, like Hot Tub Time Machine, where just suddenly they go off and they have this argument. All the stars go off and have this argument. This is a thing that happens in this building every day, usually between me and Rod Brown of the Rob Brown Show and Chris Evans, formerly of the Upstate Pulse, one of the OGs, one of the founders, one of the rocks of this show, granite, that this show was built upon. We have semantic arguments, not to mention that Cameron and I have them, but I think that's because of genetics, and that's also my fault. And so I'd said during the break, which you should watch during the break, because we continue the show during the break on the stream, that I wonder if there's a university where they teach semantics. And apparently there is, Cameron.
Yes, there is. It is literally called the Institute of General Semantics.
And what do they teach there, Cameron?
All right. The Institute of General Semantics provides support and training in the methods and application of general semantics. There's a lot of links to become a member.
Okay.
General semantics is the renowned practical discipline that applies modern scientific thinking and language strategies to solve problems. What problems we're talking about? I don't know. I then see a picture of a whole bunch of rich people with a whole bunch of very fancy paintings behind them, and someone has Diet Coke in a wine glass.
This is my place. I mean, the Diet Coke, not the wine glass, but I just so
I don't know. Diet Coke and a wine glass isn't that bad.
Everyone's looking for. I mean, not everyone. All right. So when you get to my age, I turn 57 next month. All right. So I'm starting to think, what's my second career going to be? Because that's what I mean. Because you're not going to be able to retire.
By the way, there's another thing I'd like to become a member of the Institute of General Semantics. The Institute of General Semantics provides rich material and recognition to further and deepen appreciation of general semantics. Our offerings, books, periodicals, prizes and awards, courses and events. So if you want a ribbon that just says, I know how to argue.
Is this an accredited university?
I am not sure if they
because
I would say no.
I want to teach there. I want to be a professor of semantics.
They have a podcast as well, a monthly podcast from what I'm seeing, by anonymous member.
Okay,
it's a member that we don't know.
Okay, well maybe it varies. So
considering like all of these are done by an anonymous member.
Okay, all right. You talking about like a different person from the semantics university. I not only do I want to teach there, I want to visit the campus, and I wonder if they actually have sports teams. I just and if so, if you are going to the University of, if you're going to Semantics University, what is your mascot? A question mark?
I think a question mark would be pretty prudent.
I think that's probably what it is, and I just did not know that really existed. That's just so hard to believe.
Headquartered in New York City.
Of course it is.
The Institute of General Semantics is a member-supported, not-for-profit corporation established by Alfred. I'm gonna butcher this. Korzybitsky in 1938. The Institute currently publishes the quarterly journal ETC, a review of general semantics, and it sponsors the prestigious Alfred.
It's etc. That ETC etc.
Oh.
It just,
Oh, the journal is just called etc.
yeah, exactly.
So if it's just etc., then like, what's the main point?
All right. Imogene says, I need to take the trash out. So can you guys pause the show for 5 minutes so I won't miss anything?
You can pause it on Facebook.
Yeah, well, you can also pause it on the Odyssey app. And you
Yes.
can rewind back if you need to on the Odyssey app, which is really, really, really cool. All right. So Semantics University is actually a thing. Going to look more into it later. And
They have a fact sheet.
oh, wow. Wow. We're going to research this and maybe apply.
Well, we don't want to do an entire segment on the Institute of General Semantics.
Without doing here's the thing, we haven't vetted the site or anything. We're just,
It was a .org. I mean, obviously they've got to be.
well, yeah. I mean, there are no bad ones of those. No bad.
No one would
.orgs.
lie on a .org.
So I am curious. Text line 800-905-0989. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, 98.9 WRD, Upstate Pulse. Do you have semantic arguments at work? And if you do, how much fun are they? Because the ones we have here are they're so much fun. By the way, some would say I never win. I would say I never lose. And the people who think they beat me, they always win and they never lose, because it's hard to lose a semantic argument. It really is. And it can go on and on and on until you realize, oh crap, I got work to do, which happens to us all the time. But here's the thing. The wonderful part about radio and the two shows that I do, one is sports, one is this, is no matter what I'm doing, it's show prep. So if the boss says, get back to work, I'm working. Okay. A semantic argument is just show prep for the Upstate Pulse, especially now that we know that there's Semantics University.
So the question is, are we building up a repertoire as you
See, I don't know.
What are the qualifications to get in there?
Well,
I just assume it's pay exorbitant amounts of money.
Maybe we can get one of these guys from Semantic University to come on to the show. I don't usually do guests, but I'm willing to discuss, argue, debate, whatever you want to call it, semantically with a guy who's or girl. They probably have females who also are professors, a tenured professor from. I don't want to talk to the dean. Okay, I want to talk to an actual guy or girl who's down in the dirt doing the semantic work. That's
in the trenches.
Yeah, that's who I want to talk to, and ask them, what's going on? How do you do this? How do I apply? And
I would like to be a professor there.
And
I already bought my tweed jacket.
I'll even, I want an honorary degree at least from there. And here's the other thing, tweed. Nah, man, that'd be a lot of tweed for me.
You wouldn't be a tweed guy?
I've been tweed. I've had tweed pants before.
You've been tweeted?
Yeah, back in the 70s. I think I had tweed bell bottoms. But I was a little kid. I didn't get to dress myself. So I mean, mom thought it looked good though. So
grandma wanted a little professor.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean. No, tweed bell bottoms. You're not a professor.
Oh yeah,
tweed bell bottoms.
Yeah.
Those
jackets are
those are pants. If you got a tweed jacket, you got to have those patches on the elbows too.
Absolutely.
Which I don't understand why. It's because you're such an intellectual. You're constantly doing the thinker pose, and so you're putting some extra.
I
weight
don't
down
want
on
to rub
your
out my
elbows.
elbows.
Yeah, I don't get what that is.
It's for elbow drops.
It is. All right.
Plebeians.
So you guys check that out if you get a chance. We come back, we're going to hit Oops. This is the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
I missed an opportunity. So one of the things in the mission statement, the Institute of General Semantics promotes a scientific approach to understanding human behavior, especially as related to symbol systems and language. The Institute also promotes the application of proven principles that guide advancements in critical thinking, rational behavior, and general sanity.
Yeah, okay, that leaves me out.
Oh, yeah, we're both disqualified there.
Sanity, what the heck is that? I don't know Sanity. I think Sanity used to be a wrestling faction. Nikki was in it.
Yeah. I feel like that was ironic.
Nuh-uh. Woo! I'm not going to apologize for the moment of calm. It's just time
I'm
to catch
currently
your
doing
breath.
more research.
Are you? Get all your neighbors and your friends involved in Semantics University. No, I just noticed that now Gene is looking at me. I like the with the camera this way. I like how the posters are in the background.
It does look good.
I mean, there's a corner there, but I should actually be in that corner, but I'm not. I'm somewhere between the Lost Boys and Batman, which is kind of where I am. Somewhere between the Lost Boys and Batman.
I was about to say, feels out.
Thank you, Chris. See ya.
And I'm off to the side from Willy Wonka and a dragon. So, come with me and you'll be in a world of giant hordes of gold. I don't know where I was going with that.
Wow, I'm going to read that text. I don't understand part of that language, though. But, that's me.
What, are you getting hit with Gen Z?
No.
slang, or-
You'll have to wait.
Oh, no.
As weird as we are now, next week football season starts, college football, and it's when we lose people to go watch college football. Although it's week 0, not a lot of good games on. But the following week, all kinds of games on. And that's when it's time to experiment and do some things that maybe you normally wouldn't do because, people won't notice.
As a good friend of mine would say, let's get weird.
Yeah, well, in this case, add an ER to it.
Weirder.
Not like
Let's get weirder.
there you go.
Don't know why I'm clapping to emphasize my points. It's actually just a lot of fun. Sorry if that's like impacting the sound quality.
New day sucks. Yeah.
I want that new hat that Austin Creed has.
Oh, the big one?
Yes.
All right, welcome back to the Upstate Pulse. You hear the oops intro. That means someone done did something stupid. That's what they did.
Well, dang.
Exactly. Done did something stupid, usually resulting in arrest or there's a bad business deal. Before I get to that, though, texter says, semantic conversations among furries at times get very weird, especially when it gets to pretty much comparing humans to, looks like eerie animals and among furs. OFT, which is probably the often, or maybe it got cut off. Oh, no, often semantics get even crazier if the talk ends up going down into, not safe for work realms. Okay, yeah. I guess that would be. Yes. Still, I don't have a problem with furries listening to this show. Other hosts don't like furries listening to their show, which is why furries should listen to their show. By the way, you should listen to the Rob Brown Show Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. over on our brother station, The Fan, and also on stream because I don't know why I thought of that. All right, oops, this week goes to McDonald's. Not a local McDonald's, but McDonald's in Japan. McDonald's has announced the early end of a Happy Meal Pokemon card promotion in Japan.
Oh, no.
They thought this would go well. After the chain was swamped by fans buying a dozen of Happy Meals just to extract the packs found within them. Photos and videos of the ensuing chaos posted to social media show arguments among customers, ignoring the chain's limit of 5 meals per person, countless untouched Happy Meals dumped by the side of the road, and police even being called when one purchaser discovered the cards have now run out. McDonald's promotions began in Japan on Saturday, August 9th, and had been due to finish on August 11th, but late on that Saturday, McDonald's was forced to acknowledge it had already mostly sold out of the cards in less than 24 hours, meaning anyone without them already would now likely miss out. A fan shows dozens of Pokemon card packs while bags of uneaten Happy Meals sit dumped. And let's see. Then McDonald's had to issue a statement because they have to do that. It goes like this, and I quote, "Thank you for your continued patronage of McDonald's. We would like to inform you that the distribution of Pokemon cards to customers who purchase Pokemon Happy Meals, which was scheduled for 3 days only from Saturday, August 9th to Monday, August 11th, has ended at many stores due to higher than expected sales. We sincerely apologize for not being able to meet the expectations of our customers who are looking forward to the product due to the early end of distribution. Please refrain from contacting stores regarding stock availability." Here's the thing. Like most of those, when they do it, they probably said while supplies last, and it didn't.
Well, supplies rarely last.
Well, here's the other thing, and I don't know any rabid Pokemon fans as far as I know, as far as card collectors. I know Matthew's really into it, but it's video games. I don't think he's into cards at all.
I will say there is a, what's the right word, stigma or stereotype of like people going absolutely insane for Pokemon cards.
Right. And I don't understand that. But the thing is, it's out there, and the people, especially in Japan, you think they would know that this is what would happen. And it's a shame. I know I'm going to sound like, there are a lot of people starving, and it is dumping all those Happy Meals out.
No,
there.
it is an absolute shame, because like if you're going to buy the meal, eat the meal.
So the oops is not on McDonald's. The oops is on the waste of McDonald's fries. Now, I'm going to guess that the McDonald's fries taste good in Japan like they do here. They are a heavenly product. They should never be wasted. That's why we dig down in the bag.
Would you waste manna from heaven?
Exactly.
No.
That's why we dig down in the bag when we're done, because bag fries are the best. And the fact that all those fries and hamburgers,
all that salt goes to the bottom.
But all those fries, man, all those fries. That's what the real oops is. You cannot do that. I'm so disappointed in those customers for wasting all those fries. Let's see. Mark says Moxley's wrestling in his hometown and they're still booing him. It's all right when he makes his triumphant return back to WWE, which will happen eventually, so we can have a Shield reunion in, say, like 5 years. They'll cheer him again when he comes home. Haven't watched AEW in a while. It's still I would jump in for bits and pieces here and there. The problem is the product went downhill for a while. I hear that it's on its way back up, but a lot of people didn't like what Moxley did with the title and his title run. But that goes to the top. It's not necessarily the wrestler themselves. It's more about, who's over the wrestlers. Was my favorite wrestler for a really long time. Now, I don't know.
It just feels like he always goes for he just bleeds too much.
He does bleed way too much.
It's like the reason, and I'm not really the biggest fan of like going for the whole bloody bit, but you do it once in a while for the shock value. But if you do something shocking so much for so long, it just becomes routine.
Also, people took pictures of Triple H and Stephanie out on vacation, and they're making fun of what Triple H's body looks like. Dude almost died and had to have open heart surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't work out like he used to. And he's older now. And he's running the company. He's not wrestling anymore. Leave him alone.
Cut him some slack.
I know.
Let the man take a vacation.
Yeah, Stephanie still looks okay. So I mean, at least you get that. So I mean, but leave him alone. All right, we're gonna take a break. We come back. We are going to talk some video games and hit the Nerd Roundtable. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Would you like to touch my monkey?
Get that word drop right where the music drops. Yeah.
Imaging. Pause it. You can pause it. You have power. You can pause a live stream or pick up right where you left it.
No, we appreciate your patronage.
We do. I'm legitimately trying to give you good advice. I am. I often try to do that. Just nobody listens to me.
Maybe if you had a history of good advice, maybe I don't know. Maybe.
You know, it's like you can't work anywhere without experience, but if no one gives you the chance to give you experience, it's like if no one takes your good advice, you can't build up a repertoire of good advice that was taken. I've said that twice today, haven't I? I get tired. I start speaking French words.
At least you didn't say repartee.
At least I didn't say coup d'etat.
Uh-oh. Kumite. Kumite. Kumite.
Where's the camera? Coup d'etat. I lost track. Awesome.
Help. I have been abused. What's that called when you beat up your older parents?
Is there a word for it?
Yeah, there is. I forget what it's called.
Elder abuse?
Well, it might be elder abuse.
Doo-dah.
Didn't get a chance to watch AAA today. I'll have to go back and watch that on YouTube to watch my man, Mr. Lizard. He's an amazing wrestler. And to find out if Dom Mysterio won the championship. I don't know if he did or not.
Wait, does Dom have the championship in AAA?
No, he was.
Or
going,
is it
he was going for it. He was wrestling for it. I thought. Yeah.
The greatest luchador of all.
He has. He's an intercontinental champion, I believe, in WWE.
Yeah. Wasn't AJ Styles like stalking him forever?
He still is.
I saw a clip of them taking out a cameraman. That poor cameraman. Wonder if he was just a jobber and they told him, it was like, all right, stand here.
Well, there's a lot of video clips of guys who are and girls who have made it now back in the day, being those extras and stuff, because there's a guy who used to work here. We'll call him Jeff, used to do that stuff all the time. He would go trying to get on the show and they would be like, okay, you're security, you're a trainer, whatever. And you get paid a little bit to do that and you get on TV.
Oh. So sorry, Imogene, I didn't know that.
Where'd it go, Cameron? Horrible advice. I don't think it does that on the app. On the app, you can pause and then you can jump right back in. And I think it starts right where you left off.
Look, I'm terrible at giving and receiving advice. I just have to muddle through life and just try.
Nobody believe you.
It's like whenever I try to give you advice on a video game and for some reason it just doesn't work. Even though I did it personally.
Wow. That's amazing because there's the video game intro. Give me some advice. listening to the sweet dulcet tones of Ronsos singing in the background.
They sing so pretty.
They do. They do.
It's a shame.
I don't know which
Seymour-
would be scarier, hearing the Ronsos singing this or something else in the distance. I'm gonna go with the banjos.
banjos, obviously.
Yeah, I'd rather hear the Ronsos.
The Ronsos are an honorable people.
All right, couple of things to talk about video game wise. First of all, Gamescom is coming up Tuesday, and it's in another country. I forget what country it's in, but because it's in another country, that means it drops at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, which is bad for most of y'all, but not for me, because I'll be home and be able to watch it at 2 o'clock. And here's what I hope will happen. I mean, they've already announced a bunch of things. I just want to hear some Starfield stuff. I mean, give me something, man. Give us something.
Cologne, Germany, by the way.
Do what?
Cologne, Germany.
It's in Cologne, Germany.
Yes.
I thought you said clone Germany. I was like, why would we want to clone Germany?
No, we don't need to do that. We don't
Okay.
need to double our problems.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right, so it's in
Doppelst du
Cologne.
Deutsch.
It's in Cologne, Germany. So it's at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. Some of these are pretty good and some of them are disappointing. All the games that they're listing that they're going to be talking about right now are all games that I don't listen or I don't play, but they are going to have music from Expedition 33.
Ooh.
And live music from Expedition 33, which I want to see. And they are also going to have some exclusive Fallout Season 2 stuff. So I don't
That'd
know.
be cool.
I don't know if some of it's going to go into Fallout 76 or maybe have some drops on Fallout 4 or something from it. We'll see. Or maybe news about Fallout 5 or maybe news about, a Fallout 3 being redone. That would be pretty awesome. All right. So Diablo 4. There have been some leaks about Diablo 4. How much do you guys go back and play a game that has seasons? So far, I like Diablo. What's up, Steven? I like Diablo 3 better than Diablo 4 when it comes to the seasons. The overall game is better because of the realism and the story, especially the cutscenes, because Lilith is pretty wicked. There is people go hunting for code and things like that, and things. Oh, look, they said this right here, so this has got to be what it is. So according to code and leaks,
Look, don't besmirch the data miners.
Listen,
They do God's work.
Listen, I will, because I can, because I'm getting paid to.
You're saying those nerds and without a hint of irony.
Listen, I realize how nerdy I am, but I'm not that nerdy, and I'm jealous because I don't have the ability. Okay, all right, got it out of me. So anyway, they have found, and we don't know if it's true or not, that possibly we're getting a paladin class.
Which is something that everyone has wanted since the game launched.
More than likely, it's not going to happen until 2026 when the next expansion happens. But it's not going to happen in the season. It might.
No, it's going to happen in an expansion.
Yeah. So
Like they wouldn't drop something like that in a season. They drop it with an expansion.
So a game like this, if you drop an expansion, because the story isn't over either.
No,
That's why. And they're smart this time. Instead of one expansion, there's going to be multiple. I don't know if 2 is going to be it or if there's going to be 3. I don't know. And maybe with each expansion, Diablo decides to add another class, which would be fine with me because there's other places they could still go. But definitely want a paladin and straight up paladin from Diablo 2 that you can actually fight with.
Yes, I thought that paladin was really good, especially with the auras and everything else. The Hammerden, where you just make the floating hammers and just
I love that.
Which they use that in the paladin class for WoW as well, which I also like to use.
All right, Far Cry is going to have a TV show. According to this article, Far Cry will be the next high-profile video game series getting the TV they're doing it, from the video game. As Ubisoft, if you're French, confirmed the news on its official site before quickly deleting the post. So they put it out there and they're like, oh, shouldn't have done that.
Oh, no.
Yes. No. this being the internet, nothing is ever truly deleted, no matter how briefly it's online for. And yeah, anyway, so according to what they dropped, it looks like Rob McElhaney, which is now just Rob Mack, is going to be one of the guys. And someone put his picture over Father. Put his head on Father.
Okay.
So
I was going to say the other question is like, which one are they going to pick?
Well, according to this, they're going to each season be at a different place doing a different thing. So they may follow all the Far Cry so far and go to other places.
6 would be a really easy one. You know who's going to be the main bad guy for that one.
Yeah. Well,
also the guy who plays Voss in Far Cry 3 is also a big time actor as well. He was on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. No, he's in Better Call Saul.
So was Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes, they're both on there.
Yeah, so
it's a funny connection.
I just want to see the one with Father. I want to see that. I want to see and is Herc going to be in it? And who's going to play Herc?
Dadgummit, Herc better be.
It's going to be Jack Black probably. I mean,
it's got to be.
Yeah, he's the perfect Herc.
Can he do Southern?
Yes. Jack Black can do anything. He absolutely can do Southern.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it does. Well, it's going to happen, but who knows do they start with Far Cry 1? Do they do the prehistoric one, which is one of the only ones I didn't beat?
Because how crazy is it going to get? Because I mean, it does get a little bonkers in places.
Oh, for sure. It's Far Cry, and it never ends well. And no matter what, you think you're good, but it never ever ends well. It does.
Still need to find out what happens at the end of 6.
Okay, well, beat it and you'll find out. I did. All right, we got a little bit of time here to do this little thing.
Why are you messing with the fantasy? We know about the reality. Don't ruin the fantasy, okay?
The Upstate Pulse presents the Nerd Round.
All right, couple of things. Well, a bunch of things get to in the roundtable, but probably a bunch of it's going to also go to the lightning round. Let's start with a sourdough celebrity. You know what sourdough celebrity I'm talking about, Cameron?
I'm unaware. Is it a celebrity made out of bread?
No, this is a celebrity who broke the internet the other day, and that would be Taylor Swift. And listen, we're not going to get into whether you like Taylor Swift or not. She's also I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. So, and New Heights had over 1 million views or something. And if you're a podcast and you get to do that and you get that exclusively, awesome on them. But she talked about how that she loves to bake and she loves to do sourdough. And apparently sourdough takes a lot of work. And I am curious, probably no Swifties listening to us right now, but you never know. If you hear a celebrity say, I'm doing this now, do you automatically try to do it? Are you swayed by the celebrity to try something that you would not try? Texas says Shane Gillis should play Herc. That would work too.
That would actually work.
Yeah, that actually would work better. That would actually work better. Yeah, that would work. So Cameron, if you see a celebrity do something, do you go, well, they're doing it, I should do it too?
No, because I'm not typically a follower. I just sort of just do my own thing. If something is appealing to me, then that's more of what I do.
Well, let's say one of us, as a minor celebrity, decided to do something. Would you go, okay, well, they tried it, I should try that too? Like, say, when we're doing taste tests. How many people out there?
I was going to say, in that case, it's more just like us telling the people is like if we like something or not, or just like, this tastes awful, don't do it. We're trying to save you.
There's only one celebrity that I would emulate and try to do what they tell me that I should do. And that would be one Odie Fitzgerald, which you can listen to on Sunday nights, 8 to 10 on Sunday nights with Odie. Make sure you call and text Odie tomorrow and say, are you my friend? Just because if he was listening earlier, I don't know if he's still listening now. And just because. Just because.
No particular reason.
Steven says, you mean you guys didn't go buy jeans after Sydney Sweeney's campaign? Now listen, that's different. That's not like something that you're trying to learn to do. You don't learn how to wear jeans. You either do or you don't. I'm talking about like baking or this celebrity has decided to take up rollerblading. Well, he's doing it. That's a large man. That large man is rollerblading. That means I can do it too.
Andy Reid is rollerblading. I should too. No, that mustache is like flying in the wind, like majestic.
Hey, we've seen it freeze before. Why not see it?
Yes,
do
it
that?
has. I've
Yeah.
seen icicles. I felt so bad for Andy.
That was so cool.
I wanted to give him a hug. He just looked miserable.
He
out
probably
there.
gives really good hugs. All right, James Gunn says Superman is getting a digital release. It's actually, I think, already out on digital. So quickly, because Peacemaker season 2 is coming out next week. So, and it's directly, Peacemaker 2 is directly right after Superman gets done. So they will be addressing the stuff from Superman, and a bunch of, or several of the people that were on Superman, we already know at least 3 are going to be in Peacemaker 2. And supposedly, although he's snarky and he plays people and people just don't get it, he is talking about how there are 3 episodes in Peacemaker 2 that will define the entire DC to come. And it might. Speaking of which,
I wonder if any of the Creature Commandos will be in it.
well, we know that the guy that was over the Creature Commandos
Is going to be in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Flag. He is the Rick Flag Senior. I'm sorry. He is supposedly the main bad guy in the thing. And if you haven't seen the trailer, watch the trailer. Not at work.
Definitely not at work.
Yeah, and then maybe not around.
Not around children.
Yeah, definitely not around children. And you will see that it's going to be worse than the last one. Doesn't mean it won't be good.
Don't know how that's possible.
I think the only thing to compare Peacemaker 2 would be The Boys.
I don't know. I don't know if it's as rough as The Boys is, though.
Well, I'm talking about comparisons. If you want to compare the style,
Yeah,
and-
I can see that because it's very much
how irreverent it is, how gross it can be, how in your face it can be with things. It's kind of like The Boys in that sense. Steven says, sorry, didn't care for the new Superman movie. Just bought it last night. Hey, that's up to each person's opinion. I think it's the best movie of the year so far. And
it's up for every man to decide for himself.
Yes. And it's one of my favorite Supermans of all time. I thought it was really, really
Of the
good.
many Supermans.
Yes. And Lex Luthor was excellent. Mr. Terrific was terrific.
Yes, he was.
Yes. So really enjoyed that. So Peacemaker 2 comes out next week. So we'll be able to tell you a little bit about it. Spoiler free, maybe. I don't know. Depending on how good it is, how many episodes drop and everything. I'm not quite sure.
I have one prevailing theory going into this. I think Peacemaker is going to die.
One of them.
Yep.
there's he can go through
Yeah.
other dimensions. So yeah, probably.
I feel like he wouldn't have a problem killing himself with that. Like,
yeah, that listen, the character will kill another character
Yes.
that looks just like him.
his
Yeah.
doppelganger.
Yes, you got to be especially careful about how you say that. All right. One Piece season 2 trailer is out. Some of it's controversial. It shouldn't be, but some of it's controversial. And it looks really good. It's according to Ichiro Oda, the guy who wrote One Piece. Season 2 is going to cover the Log Town arc, Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island. We already know we're going to see the Giants. We know we're going to get Chopper. We know that there's a lot of things that we're going to get, and it's going to have a lot to do with Vivi and her dad and all of Miss Wednesday and all those things, the Baroque works. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. A little bit of wow.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was up just a little bit, but just enough. If I hadn't paused, no one would have noticed, but I paused. And now that's not working. because I have that turned down.
You can't even noob
Do I
yourself
have to
properly.
double noob myself?
Declining noob.
Oh, that I turned it up in the middle. We're just gonna do this, bro. You just noobed, noober, big time noober.
Oh, what a noob. Total noob. Classic noob.
All right, the most noobs in a row. Yes,
the longest sequence of
absolutely.
noobs.
So anyway, One Piece, also a little controversy over a casting because someone is a different race. I usually have a lot of problem with that, but in this case, Vivi is basically Egypt.
Yeah, Alabasta is.
Yeah, it's Egypt.
Yeah,
I believe her name is Nefertiti Vivi.
exactly. Like
yeah.
the other thing too is like Oda is picking all these people based on how he would see them in the real world. So can't really argue with it too much. The author and creator of that show is going in that.
Yeah, he's the one who picked the people to play it.
Yeah, also did a fantastic job in season 1.
Yeah, if you get upset, I mean, then get upset with the guy who wrote it. Text says maybe I missed it, but did you guys talk about Amazon Prime's War of the Worlds movie with Ice Cube, which supposedly is the worst movie of all time? With it has like got 0 Rotten Tomatoes. Like I cared less about Rotten Tomatoes.
Apparently it's basically just Ice Cube in a room looking at a monitor, and then just getting upset multiple times.
Well, and more than likely, it's like War of the Worlds with I mean the radio thing. But in modern times is what it looked like to me. So he may be being fooled. I don't know. I heard it was really bad, so I never got around to watching it because I was really, really busy. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to hit the lightning round when we come back. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. That's okay. Your neighbor's pass. Hey, I get it, guys. I get it that some people didn't like this. But you're kind of in the minority. Made a lot of money, a lot of people in the theater when we went to see it. When I heard, you can't go see this stuff, it's like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go watch whatever I want to watch, and then I'll give my opinion after I go see it. And I liked it. No, I loved it. So.
Also, I think it's probably one of the best movies I've seen in a very long time. But again, I also like the Henry Cavill version too.
Yeah, me too.
It's 2 different interpretations of the character. One's going in more of like an injustice route. The other one is going more.
It's a lot of this well, that's not my president. Well, it is. Whether you like him or not, when a president's elected, they're your president. In this case, that is our Superman right now.
Our duly elected Superman.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to like it. You don't have to watch it, but it's
the Superman of the era.
How you spend your dollars. So if you don't like them, will you watch the next one? Here's the thing. We can't always agree. We do a lot, though. So, I mean.
I'm singing a Pappy's favorite song. There ain't no good guys. We just disagree.
See, that's the thing. I didn't go watch this and compare it to the last Superman. Because it's a totally different thing. And I went into it knowing, I mean, James Gunn said he didn't want to use a Superman that could like blow up planets and stuff. This Superman's closer to the Justice League cartoon and the Superman animated series, where Superman could get beat up. Superman could, all the complaints that people say, oh, he's an all-powerful being. How's that interesting?
The other thing, too, is like he got hit a lot, but he never really took that much damage.
Well, when
he's fighting Ultra, I'm talking about both of them. So, like in the cartoon, there's very rarely moments where he really got beat up that bad. I mean, he got hit a
And
lot.
Snyder Superman guy's butt whipped by Batman, but it's Batman. I get it.
Yeah. As far as like this Superman goes, like the only one who actually draws blood on him is just Ultraman. And like the kaiju fight, the other stuff, like he's mostly just
He's
doing
also
stuff-
holding back.
Yes, that's the main thing, because it's a lot easier to take something out as far as like using excessive
He's
force.
being the exact opposite of what his parents supposedly wanted him to be. His Kryptonian parents.
Bradley Cooper's Jor-El. Still can't believe I didn't catch that the first time around. That was Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, well, I think I knew ahead of time.
I recognized him in the Dungeons and Dragons movie as a halfling. How did I not recognize him as Jor-El? Maybe he's too shiny. You faked me out.
Lightning can only strike twice so many times.
All right, W has spoken. That means it is time for the lightning round where we squeeze in as many things as possibly can in the last 8 minutes or so of the show. Let's start with this. It has been confirmed Ryan Reynolds will appear as Daredevil in Avengers Doomsday. Shocker.
Daredevil or Deadpool?
That's what I said. I said Deadpool. Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry for derailing that. I was like,
Wow.
no, that was a legitimate question. I was like, what? Don't you do that to me. Don't you dare.
We'll have to put that somewhere else so I can play it at the same time and it won't get drowned out.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ryan Reynolds will appear as Deadpool. Thank you, Cameron, for the correction. I really appreciate
I'll
it.
go moving to the other seat.
It's a long walk home.
I have friends.
We already knew. It must be nice. We already knew that that he probably was going to be in it because of the Thor scene in Deadpool.
Why was
Wolverine.
Thor crying?
Yes. And yeah, because Deadpool can't die, so why is he crying? Maybe he saw him without his mask and it made him tearful. All right, this is disheartening. This is hurtful. But AOL is ditching their dial-up service. It's going away. So somewhere out there were still people who were using dial-up and AOL. You know, a lot of jokes out there about a bunch of old people now not being able to get on the internet and find recipes. But I was really shocked. I didn't know that they still.
I thought it was gone.
Yeah,
I thought it's been gone for a while.
Yeah, it's the same thing of realizing that MySpace still exists, and it does. Cameron, you never had MySpace, did you? Because you're.
I don't think so. I was too young and just terribly uninterested.
All right, Alan Tudyk says that he was in iRobot. Did you know this?
He was Sonny.
A lot of people did not know. I did Sonny the Robot in iRobot, and there's a reason, Tudyk said. They were doing test audiences for the movie, and they scored the characters in this kind of test screening. I got word back, Alan, you are testing higher than Will Smith. And then I was gone. I was done. There was no publicity, and my name was not mentioned. I was so shocked. He continued. I was like, well, nobody's going to know I'm in it. I put a lot into that performance. I had to move like a robot at the time. I was very upset. But even back then, Will Smith's ego.
Yep.
Kind of was the thing.
I would not slap out Alan Tudyk, though. I feel like Alan Tudyk would slap back.
He's a leaf from the wind.
He is.
All right. Paramount has confirmed there will be 2 new Star Trek movies. One of them will be with a brand new crew. I haven't really watched any of the new Star Trek stuff because they didn't have Paramount, but I'm getting ready to get them because all the UFC is going to be, on Paramount. One of those movies will be the Kelvin crew, the latest crew, with Chris Pine and all those guys. I know some people didn't like them. I kind of like them. I did. I like Chris Pine. I like the Spock. I like I really liked it. It's a shame that the actor who played Chekhov actually died. He got run over by his own car. It sucks. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, Regal just put out a thing for a limited time, and there's a small window. And I don't know if you guys actually will do this, but you can actually go to theaters and just go get in line and buy stuff. They've got a butterscotch icy.
Oh boy, butterscotch icy.
I know you're not a butterscotch fan. I am a big butterscotch fan, and butterscotch icy. I may have to go get that. I'm not sure that we can get that and get it on here for a taste test, but we can go live on Facebook or something trying a butterscotch icy. A big old frothy mug.
I'm gonna start the video with like, it's your boys.
Yes, butterscotch icy. All right, there is a craze going around the internet. If you haven't seen it, you need to look it up. It is German shopping cart return championships. There's two German ladies, and they have a shopping cart, and they have to push it. Looks like 50 feet away or something, and it has to go into a cart corral. And it's a championship, and it's a competition. Looks like something that should be on the Ocho. It also looks like something that I could compete in. Some of you can, but some of you just leave your carts everywhere, and that's just rude and ridiculous. And Steven wants to know what a butterscotch icy is. It's at Regal Theaters, so it's on a limit. You have to look it up. It's like a limited time, like the 18th through the 21st, so it's coming up. There are a couple Regal Theaters in the area. Hollywood 20 is Regal Theater, and the IMAX in Simpsonville is Regal Theater. So it's probably one of those where you need to check and see if they have it before you actually go. Anyway, German shopping cart return thing looks really fun. Also, lastly, PETA wants Nintendo to remove the ring from the cow's nose in Mario Kart.
Why? Why remove the bling?
Because
what you got against the bling, PETA?
Because apparently it's hurting that cow in Mario Kart, I guess.
Maybe the cow asked for it.
It sends a bad message. I don't know what those...
What, are the other cows going to get nose piercings in?
Maybe. You don't want a bunch of goth cows.
Why not?
That's where flat steak comes from. I don't know.
I can taste the darkness in everybody.
Exactly. All right. Shout out to everybody who was on the stream and was on the text line. We appreciate it. Shout out to Cameron. Shout out. I don't know why I'm doing shout outs. Hey, yo, shout out to your boy.
Shout out to those guys who are playing mini golf.
Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, 8 to 10 to Sunday Nights with Odie. Text Odie. Get on stream and ask Odie, are you my friend? Just because I want you to do it. All right, we will be back next week.
Oh, you will be?
Maybe. Probably. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh.
All right, since I no longer have any help, because people just it takes like an hour to break everything down. It doesn't really take an hour. I'm exaggerating because I want to exaggerate. So also I want to go home. So we will say adieu to you guys and thank you for listening. And we'll see some of you next week. And the rest of you are probably going to be watching football, even though it won't be a good game. It's still college football. And the following week, I get it because it'll be
scratches the
Clemson
itch
playing.
a little.
All right. Say goodbye, Cameron.
Bye, Cameron.
And I will say abiento, adios, goodbye.
So long, farewell.
Later, bros.
Bye.